I'm about to go to travel. And so I'm going to still do these Monday sessions, but there's going to be a little bit of a break before we do our next self-mastery class. One topic that I really want to go deep into is the loneliness that comes from ascension, because I think that that's really loud for many people right now, and it actually holds purpose. Yes, yes, Corey. Absolutely, absolutely. And we just have to also understand. So Corey just said there's a point of igniting one's sovereignty without falling into dependence on others' light, but in sharing. So that's all deep dive also into the heart chakra that I plan to offer at some point. So Monique says she's in terms of like the loneliness theme, she's lost so many people in her life this year. Yeah. So what happens is um, there's and this can happen within our relationships too. Like we can be in a relationship with, can have a partner and one of us might be expanding in a way that the other one is not, and it creates a lot of tension in the relationship. And then it's like, what do we do? And it's so personal because there's a lot of soul contracts where one person has come in to agree to awaken first. But then there's free will here. So we never know if the other person is really going to start, you know, being open to shifting and to doing the work. And so we really have to be checking in, because at some point, if we're tuning into different radio stations, but we're creating a home together, okay, it will be a tether to us. It will be pulling us down in a way that interferes with us expanding into our highest potential. Again, that's a whole nother conversation that I want to go really deep into, and where we can have a conversation about it. But for today, we're going to talk a little bit about triggering. Who's being triggered right now? I can see some hands. Okay. So, triggering. So, as we talked about last Monday, we are in this really accelerated transformational period between eclipses, but it's also within a really accelerated period of time in our ascension path. For those of us who are kind of in this stage of awakening, which is we're conscious of it, we're doing the work, we are interested in embodying the change that we would like to see on the planet, right? And what happens is each one of us, especially those who have agreed to be a part of the shift, a part of embodying this change on the planet, we mapped out our highest timeline, our highest plan for this lifetime. Okay. And it's important to state that the highest plan that you may have created for yourself in other lifetimes was not necessarily this highest plan. This highest plan for this lifetime, because we are at such an important part of humanity's ascension, this lifetime, many of us mapped out to move into, to embody divine creator. Okay. To know ourselves, to experience ourselves, to live one with creator, knowing the creator within us, co-creating with the universe, and moving out of lower states of consciousness that we've all been locked in for many, many years, thousands of years. Okay. Scarcity, survival. And so our highest plan in this lifetime that also correlates, also uplifts, also supports the shift happening on the planet is to move out of those lower states into embodying divine creator. Well, in this period of time, this season, this eclipse season, we are given the invitation to bump that up we are given that invitation to actually accelerate the alignment to that. Right. And what that means is that things will be shaken up to show us where we are still holding imbalance. All right. Because the imbalance that we're holding are patterns within our energy field where at some point in our life, we made choices that pulled us out of alignment. Okay. And this is something that's really important to remind us of. We are doing cleanup, not just for this lifetime, but for all of our lifetimes right now. All right. And many of us also agreed to clean up our family lines as well. So I share that so that we can give ourselves a little slack with all that we are moving through, and that these triggers, they are from our higher self so that we can see where we're holding imbalance and we can shift the patterns. Okay. Because one of the most significant ways to shift a pattern of being triggered is when we pause, someone's triggered us. And in the past, we've wanted to just blame them, right? That person annoys me, that person triggers me, all this. Well, a significant change of that pattern is to pause and say, what imbalance is that person hitting within me that I'm already holding? It's already there, right? And when we start to just look at triggers as opportunities to see where we are holding imbalance, that shifts the pattern. That completely shifts the pattern. Another one is taking a breath, taking a conscious breath before reacting. That can be something that appears small, but can be mighty in the process of shifting those patterns of triggering, because the trigger, again, is just hitting somewhere within us that we're holding imbalance, somewhere within us that we are holding a block that's interfering with us knowing and living our truth. Okay. While we go through really accelerated upgrades, quantum leaps like we're going through right now, forgiveness is imperative. Because every time we get reactive or we get triggered or we have, we're not feeling completely in control of what we just said or did, there's probably some self-judgment that accompanies that. There's most likely some shame. And so when we go through these times where things are being really pulled up and we're being agitated and we're being triggered, and it's to pull things out so that we can confront them, forgiveness is imperative. So we're going to do some forgiveness today. There's also the reminder, and this goes back to the sacred discipline, and we will go deeper into that in another class, but with the sacred discipline, part of it is understanding that in this third density, in this 3D reality, the only way we shift is by taking action. Okay. It's so important to understand that we do not passively ascend. It is not like we sit back and, love and light. Love and light helps to strengthen our awareness, to develop our heart. But at the end of the day, action is what ultimately starts to titrate our frequency up. Okay. And procrastination someone just said procrastination is my biggest enemy. It's many of our biggest enemies, but also the procrastination, we need to look at it for what gift it was offering us at some point in our life. How was shut down helping us? because even if it was distorted or unproductive, that procrastination was you trying to take care of yourself, trying to shut down because maybe things were too overwhelming. Maybe we were overstimulated. Maybe our environment was too destabilizing. Okay. So with that being said, we're going to do some breathing. We're going to ground, connect to our body. We're going to do a little body scan, send our body love. We're going to do some heart coherence, activate the heart, come into coherence. The more and more we come into coherence, the more we start activating our quantum aspects, which allows us to not only be in human, but also in our multidimensionality. When we can actually extend into the quantum field through our awareness, through our consciousness, then we start connecting to everything. We start connecting to all potentials, all possibilities, all timelines. Okay. That's when we start understanding that everything is within us. Everything is within us. Our highest timeline, our highest plan is within us. Okay. And we can just start energizing that when we start moving into more of our quantum aspects. The quantum aspects also support us in understanding that we can transcend the limitations that we've created for ourselves in human form, the limiting beliefs. Okay. But we have to feel who we are beyond our human in order to remember that we are limitless and bring that wisdom back into this human form. So just taking a moment right now to find your breath. And just breathing slow. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, and just breathe into that. Breathing into that stillness. Breathing into just being. We're not the doer right now. We're not the thinker. We're just being. Bringing our awareness down towards the ground. Feeling oneness with the earth. Again, not overthinking it, just feeling it. Feeling that oneness with the earth. Breathing into it. When we inhale, we can inhale that beautiful earth energy, that magnetic energy into our field, which starts to also ground us, anchor us into the earth plane, bring our spirit fully in, all the way down, down through the legs, down through the field, all the way down. And just breathe here. I've noticed in my recent sessions, many people's legs have had a lot of stagnant energy. So let's just run some beautiful light through the legs right now, just clearing away any stagnant energy, any energy blocks, anything at all interfering with the legs, allowing to pull beautiful grounding energy up. That was really helpful, I can see. And just breathing here. May we all hold the intention to clear away any interference we may be holding in our field or in our outer environment. We are clearing it away just through our intention to do so. And now we call in that ring of light. And just calling in your angels, your guides, your ancestors from the light, I'm just inviting them to surround you right now. As you breathe, as you become open to their presence, practicing giving them opportunities to connect with you. Just by being open to their presence, not holding any expectations on what it needs to look like, but just feeling that beautiful, high vibrational light, that ring around you, and just breathing here. The more we feel this, the more we remember that we are not doing this alone, that there are actually beings from the light that are here, metaphysical beings that are here to support this shift on the planet. And those on our team know this, and they are here to support us as we move through this shift in lower density, in the 3D, in the physical. And for moments where we feel defeated, we feel tired, that's when we can pause and just feel their presence so that they can remind us, they can mirror to us the truth of who we are. That at our core, we are divine, we are pure, we are love, and we hold a powerful light within us. And the more that we awaken to this light within us, the more it radiates out. And so we become bringers of the light as well. We souls, many souls here on this planet, are here to support the light, are here to support consciousness. And many of us came into darkness, very dark experiences, dark families, in order to find our way back to who we are. It was through that process of intimately learning about the dark underbelly of this reality that we were able to draw out of us the divine power, the divine strength that is necessary for these times of transition. And so bringing our awareness to our heart space, as we breathe into the heart, the reason why we give so much attention to the heart is because it is through the heart that we shift into the new way. The heart understands unity. The heart understands oneness. The heart understands unconditional love. And we need to be humbled enough to listen to our heart. And so every time we drop in to feel who we are through the filter, through the lens of our heart, we start unwinding all of the programming that holds us in separation and isolation. mainly from ourselves. This separation of forgetting that we hold the divine within us. And this is what the heart can teach us. And it's simple, so simple. It's just pausing and giving our attention to the heart. So just breathing into the heart. And as you breathe in, may we offer ourselves forgiveness for all of our human moments where we made choices that pulled us away from ourselves, that pulled us out of alignment. May we forgive ourselves and just breathe that forgiveness into your heart. Feeling that beautiful heart activate, sending waves of energy through the field, through our energy field. And the more awakened the heart becomes, the stronger its signal. The more it starts to bring every aspect of us that we may have discarded, forgotten about, hid from ourselves. The heart invites all of us here, all aspects of us, to be embraced, to be loved, to be one. And so just feeling you move deeper into oneness as all parts of you are welcome here, are worthy of love. And in this moment, feeling that ring of light around us, feeling the angels, we bring through an angelic attunement, a beautiful angelic frequency moving through each of us right now, clearing out any imbalance in our mental activity, our emotional body, our physical body, just clearing out that imbalance as we breathe. And this beautiful frequency moving through, inviting each one of us right now to raise our frequency to match it without us having to do anything other than breathe, feeling the multidimensionality of who we are, taking a break from our personality, our 3D personality, taking a break from our name so that we can feel our soul right now, so that we can feel freedom, expansiveness, our eternal, infinite nature, our vastness, and breathing into that as we continue bringing this frequency through, feeling your vibration raise. And as it raises, all it is raising to is your natural divine blueprint, who you are at your core. Beautiful. And then just taking a moment to bless your whole being, every layer of you, every aspect of you, and blessing the human form with deep reverence for all that it does for us. Feeling that blessing just blanket the human, the body. Thank you. Thank you deeply. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for being here at this time, at such a pivotal point of humanity's expression. And now let's all just feel the light within us, that beautiful divine light. Just feel it fill up your body, feel it fill up your field. And then let's all do our peacock feathers, where we just fan out our feathers, which is just a nice way to really expand, just ensuring that there's no parts of us that are contracted or tight in our field. And just breathe here. As we feel the heart open, may we all bless each other right now. We're blessing everybody in this circle, sending everybody goodwill as we move through this beautiful opportunity, this 2-week opportunity to take a quantum leap, to align even closer to our highest plan. May we bless each other. May we bless each other's journey. And as we bless, may we also simultaneously receive the blessings from others, feeling the heart in its highest expression of giving and receiving. And now let's place a big shield around us, a beautiful gold shield. As we come back to our breath, take a nice deep breath in and then sigh it out. And we close with these words, and so it is. And so it is. Miracles shall follow miracles, and wonders shall never cease. We are in the time of miracles. Let it be.